Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us this week. We are doing our family favorite recipe segment, and we're excited about what we're going to be doing today because I didn't have any part in this whatsoever.
We are making easy, crustless spinach and feta pie.
Feta.
Feta.
What
feta
is-
cheese.
Oh, using feta cheese.
Using feta cheese.
So when you use feta cheese, you call whatever it is a feta pie.
This does.
Okay.
Now, you're my guinea pig.
Okay.
Because this is the first time I've made this, but it sounded really good. So let me run through the ingredients. 10-ounce frozen spinach, half a cup of scallions, 2 tablespoons fresh dill, 2 tablespoons chopped fresh parsley, a half cup reduced fat crumbled feta, which I'm using regular feta because I could not find the reduced fat. 2 tablespoons of, I chose Parmesan. You can use Romano, I don't know how you even say that kind of cheese.
Asiago.
Okay. A half cup of white whole wheat flour. I used whole wheat flour.
Okay.
A teaspoon baking powder, 2/3 cup fat-free milk, 1 teaspoon olive oil, 2 large eggs
that's
beaten,
a lot of ingredients.
1/2 teaspoon kosher salt, and cracked pepper to taste. But we are using Cavender's because it has all that in that, and it is wonderful.
Okay.
So, the 10-ounce, you get a 10-ounce
That's frozen. In the frozen department?
spinach.
Is that right?
I thawed it. I put it into a dish towel, squeezed out all the excess water, and that's what this is.
How did you squeeze it? How'd you squeeze
poured the whole thing in a dish towel and just squeezed all the juice out of it.
Oh, that would have been cool to see.
Well, it was a mess, and I didn't really have
this is what you end up with.
So
you
that's what
just
you end up
basically
with.
take out the water. Okay.
Exactly. And next you will add your scallions, which was a half a cup of scallions, and that may be a little bit more than that.
Is that just onions?
Onions. And then 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh dill. If you don't like dill, I'm sure you can omit this part.
Okay.
You can get your fork and kind of stir that around if you would.
I will, because I'm your guinea pig.
That's right. And then it's 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley.
Okay.
Which
well,
we
I
have
can
in
smell
there.
that.
You bet you can. And then we'll go ahead. I have measured out the feta cheese already.
And how much do we need on that?
1/2 cup.
Well,
sorry,
that's
Dan.
right. Well, go ahead.
Go ahead and mix that in.
That's your cup. And does it need to be chunky like that?
Well, I did it chunky.
Now that is pungent. I can smell that. Yeah.
So we've stirred that. I didn't mention you want to preheat your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And also, for easy, you just spray your pie pan. I'd spray it with, the already canned whatever stuff.
The canned oil.
So that is prepared now. Now, next we will move on to, I have a half a cup of whole wheat flour that you're going to put in here because we're going to sift it with the baking powder.
Okay, so
So you need to add baking powder.
How much of that?
You'll need 2 of those. You need 1 teaspoon, and
This
that's
is
a half
1 teaspoon. Okay,
That's
these
a
are-
half teaspoon, so we need 2 of them.
1 and 2.
And then go ahead and you can do that, but sift it, and you may have to do it with your hands some.
Okay.
And while he's sifting that, I am going to go ahead and go to the next step, which is add the remaining ingredients, which are, here we go.
That won't go through. We'll just.
Well, yeah.
That's fine.
We're going to beat 2 eggs.
Beat 2. How do you want me to beat them?
I've got a fork here.
Okay, just in here.
You can do it in the bowl. That's fine.
2 eggs. This doesn't roll around.
I'm going to go ahead and measure out 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. And it calls for grated, and I just used shredded, which, whatever. I'm sure you can add more of that if you like Parmesan well. So, there, for just extra. Because we all love Parmesan cheese, don't we, people?
We do. I
know we do. And we also add, what did you do with I need my teaspoon.
Your half a teaspoon?
My half a teaspoon.
There you go.
Because we will be adding a whole teaspoon of olive oil. I use EVOO, extra virgin olive oil.
EVO?
I can't say that. Extra virgin olive oil.
Sure you can.
How are you doing with those eggs?
I'm not sure. How long do you want me to beat them?
Okay, you're good beating.
Okay.
Now you can pour them into here.
Okay.
Along with a 2/3 cup of fat-free milk.
All right.
And you can stir that with a fork or however you want to.
Okay.
Or flop it around. And we're going to add just a dash of this because it called for this, well, maybe a small dash of the Cavender's. And we're going to pour this into there and mix together.
Okay. Just lightly.
Just, yeah, you did good.
All right.
Now stir it all together.
This is
I'm going
starting
to run
to
over
take
my
shape.
ingredients while we're doing this, and it looks like we have added everything that we are supposed to add, so that will make the recipe much better if you add everything. Look at you go!
This is pureed. What speed do you want me to
Just mix is good.
mix? Okay.
And I'm sure if you don't like the big chunks of feta, you could...
Grind them a little finer.
Exactly. But it doesn't bother me.
All right.
Now, you are going to take that.
Now, what kind of meal is this? I mean, it's
You
not
can
a
use it
pie.
as a side dish. You can use it as a main meal. And I thought, you know...
There goes my fork. I'm trying to help the
bits-
camera out a little bit.
Bacon bits and all would be good mixed in here as well.
Okay,
I
as a
think.
topping or just in with it.
All of the above. Either way you want to do it.
Okay.
So we've
Well,
spread
that was
out.
very quick, you mixing all this up.
And it makes kind of a little crust, which you will see on when the dish is finished.
Okay. Because of the
Because
cheese
of
melting
the
and
cheese and
the egg.
flour.
Oh, cheese
and
and
the
flour.
egg.
Okay.
So we have this ready to go in at a 400-degree oven. We will pop it in the oven for 28 to 33 minutes, depending on how your oven
Now,
cooks.
you may want to check your pie pans in the device that you're going to cook them in
This
before.
is true, because if
Because
your oven's too small,
Your oven, when you cook this at home today, your oven is big enough, and our oven is a smaller version, so it won't the lid
It
won't
wouldn't-
shut. So
no.
make sure you try that before you have the utensils that work in the devices that you're going to cook them in. Right?
you're good.
I'm just trying to cover the bases.
Are we going to
We're going to put this in for how many minutes?
28 to 33? I
28
cooked
to-
mine 30.
Yeah, and through the magic of time, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have one finished, ready for you. I wish you were here to taste it. We'll give you that judgment when we come back. Stay with us.